I'm happy to be joined on Primetime Local News today by a longtime friend of the show, Alfie Zappacosta. Alfie joining us from Edmonton today. Thank you for speaking with us.
Oh, hi, Stacy. Nice to be here. Nice to be here.
Well, we were just chatting a little bit about how things have changed for musicians over the past year dealing with the pandemic, and you've still been keeping busy on your own. We're here today to talk about an album that's coming out. Tell me about that, Alfie.
Well, I started thinking about getting my old crew together. I hadn't seen the guys, in so many years. I did a lot of records on my own that I was doing, but I thought, gee, would it be nice to get the guys together? So I gave a call. That was the end of 2019. And it was November, and I went to Toronto and I hung out with Jerry Mosby and Marco Luciani. I could go with the names of be like a long list of, but I got everybody together and we just sort of and I started working on these new songs and a whole bunch that I was doing here in Edmonton, and I got the guys involved in some of the stuff over there and in Toronto, and it came back and finished it here. So. I did a bit of a stint out in Czechoslovakia by the time I got in the Czech Republic. By the time I got back, uh, February and March, all of a sudden there was the COVID thing hit. So I was in the middle of not paying too much attention to it because at that point I'd started doing the record. I mean, I was obviously aware of the craziness, but I was able to hone in and get the record done. And I did. I finished a record called Saved. I needed to get. I realized that I had no understanding of the business anymore. I don't know how to promote it. I didn't know anything. So I basically talked to Alma Records in Toronto and Universal, and mentioned to them that I made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Like let's get this record, and I really need someone who knows how to promote properly in the world as it is right now because it's just not the same anymore. So I made a deal with Alma. We put this record out, and now they're dealing with the promotional values of it all and helping me sort of take it out to the world, which is again, it's a very, very new, strange thing to me. Seems to be working okay.
Well, now, Alfie, the two songs that are out already, people can have a chance to listen to. They're both really kind of different in the way that they sound. Tell me about each song and I guess the premise behind the writing and the style of the songs.
Sure. These days, I'm not concerned, and I've never really been really concerned with trying to sort of stick to a particular style of music. Once upon a time, very, very important with a record company being able to have you sort of labeled as something because they have to know how to market and how to sell you, depending on what radio stations, what we're not. But I never really fit into anything in particular because I like to write. I tried to keep something somewhat centered. As far as the writing styles, I write many, many different kinds of music, and the way the world is these days, I could put out a single, I could put out a record. Although the record is cohesive. I mean, it does stick together up to a certain point. They are a bit different as far as the tunes go. Unspoken is most definitely Alfie the romance thing. And Saved is a little rockier, but as far as like some of the earlier stuff that I've done, I enjoy all kinds of music. So I'll continue doing it because this world, you put the record out, there's no specific, anybody could just join in on anything from Apple to Spotify, take a single, take whatever song they like specifically and buy just that one. It doesn't, you don't have to go and buy the whole record and people have to worry about where it all fits. So I write as I please. Saved is not religious at all. Saved is a song that it's coming to grips, coming to peace with yourself, and to be able to think of all these things you chased around somewhere along the line and make yourself crazy chasing what. So I suppose that I could say I found peace, be at this point in my life, the children, everybody growing up, and all the things that respecting, knowing that you need to make a living and stuff, and to know that everybody in your life, your children, your grandkids, everybody seemed to be settled. It's like, ah, I'm saved. It's to be able to sit back and relax and see um, the peace and that peace and stuff that one could have, and still be able to keep doing what you want to do, still have it all, and still feel peaceful. So it's in being saved. I think it's what everybody, instead of climbing a mountain in Nepal, to have someone tell you what what's the meaning of life, and he says, well, happiness. you know. So saved is pretty much that way. Spoken is a obviously just right down the line love song. But I could tell you it's when you hold swaddling a baby, you're holding something teeny that you're looking at, that you're not speaking, but that love that you feel is so intense. It's completely unspoken love. And I suppose people that say that they have found uh, their soulmates and whatnot. I don't know exactly what that is, but people say that they find their soulmates. There's an unspoken love. I'm sure that people feel it from time to time for some, and unspoken is just trying to find the words to convey that.
Well, Alfie, if anybody is interested in hearing the first couple of songs that are out, what is the best way to find them?
Absolutely, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube. I believe there's anybody that has anything, but um, Apple Music, Apple Music. Just have a quick listen. Go to Apple, Alfie, Zappacosta, boom. Spotify, boom. It also leads you to pre-order the record, and I believe if you do order, if you pre-order, you get those two songs, singles and stuff like that. To put them right on your put it on your playlist on whatever whatever it is that you're listening to, and those are sort of like gratis. So you get saved, unspoken, gratis, and still get the record that's going to be February 5th. I think we said it was the actual release of the saved the record.
Well, Alfie, it's been a pleasure speaking with you once again. Congratulations on keeping busy and getting stuff out to your fans. I know that they always await to hear anything from you, and new stuff is great. So we'll be looking forward to the full release on February 5th. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Stacy. A pleasure talking to you. Nice to see you again.